All right, shalom, shalom. All right, just making sure I'm live. You can hear me. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation, much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And I'm going to go into some commentaries here on uh, Revelation 13, 16, and 17. And I got some articles that we can go into because hey, it's becoming more and more clear. You know, if it hasn't been clear already to you, I mean, we're bringing out all the information to make it crystal clear, all right, to make it plain. So Revelation 13, 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, you know, clearly the mark of the beast is going to have something to do with buying and selling, okay? Or even, you know, you go into the word buy, agrazo goes into even attending the marketplace. So you're not even going to be able to go, you know, freely among the cities or the marketplace and just chilling. Nope. But first, let me get this article and then we'll go to that commentary. It says, this is on fintechmagazine.com. It's a couple of days old, February 24th of this year. It says Visa report digital ID could transform payments. All right, so they're linking again, like I said on previous videos, they're linking all this digital information together, all right, and tying it to your payments, all right, or payment systems. So you're gonna have to be verified biometrically, all right, and digitally authenticated through your digital ID and so on and so forth to even access your payment system soon, or your digital wallet. So just let me just read a little bit of this, and then we'll go into the um the commentary on Blue Letter. Digital economy. See, this how they're gonna put. Hold on, let me back it out real quick. Okay, it says digital identity is gonna be tied to digital payments. You know, and they look at the convenience, the convenient payments, public trust, further integration, wider adoption, efficient verification, increased security, user confidence, tailored offerings. So it's going to be all tied together to the digital economy. All right, everything's going digital. It says Visa, and again, what's Visa? They're the ones that give you Visa, Mastercard. They're the ones that give you these smart cards, because these are no longer credit cards and debit cards. These are called, if you got a chip in your card, they're technically a smart card. All right. But here it says Visa report finds digital identity systems and payment networks can create neutral growth cycles with mobile biometrics key to adoption. Okay, matter of fact, let's look this up real quick. Because most people don't even. I got another article. Well, we'll get to that actually. I'll come back to that later. Leave that tab open. We'll come back to that. It says the integration of digital identity systems with payment networks. And what are payment networks for? So you can buy and sell things. It says could reshape global financial services and government interactions, according to research from Visa, which outlines how digital ID, all right, adoption could accelerate through everyday payments. And what is the how is that digital ID going to be tied to the mark of the beast? Well, that's going to be part of the graphos, the things that they want to put, the information they want to put onto that chip. That's going to be scannable. All right. And guess what? You're going to have to be verified to do it, to use these systems. Scannable, verifiable, you know, 24/7, because it's going to be part of the system. It's not just going to be a chip in your people's body. It's going to be part of the Internet of Things, or the whole network, if you will. Let's just skim down a little bit. Building trust. See, I'm not going to go read through the whole article, but it says building trust through payments. The report suggests the payment transactions could drive the adoption of digital identity systems by offering users immediate value. Digital payments company Visa argues that since payments are part of daily life, exactly. So, what the market of beast is going to be tied to something that you do in your daily life, which is these transactions, all right, these payments that you do. And so what are they doing with the money? Is going digital. It says, and already involve authentication, they provide natural opportunities for users to become comfortable with digital identity verification. So, and then here it is, they use that to further that agenda of pushing the digital systems. All right. And now you're going to have to be verified to use Visa, all right, or MasterCard or whatever, which really the new digital system. Okay. Industry collaboration. Yeah, it's all going to be tied together. Everything. It goes the EU digital wallet, digital identity wallet. What is the EU? It's part of the beast, the mark of the beast, right? All right. So if you want to read this complete article, there's the link right there. Just type it into Google, or you can just type in the article. You can just type that in right there in Google, and you'll find it easily. So let's go to this the commentary. I was reading it earlier. I think it was John Brown. He got two of them. This is the first one. I'm not sure what year he did this in, but he's pretty much on point. All right. Because again, we understand these biometrics, all right, is ultimately leading, the fingerprint, all that. Ultimately, the ultimate biometric is going to be the chip, and I'll prove it to you. All right, because most people don't have no idea what biometrics even is. All right, put this right here. But first, let's look up biometric. It says a measurable physical characteristic or personal behavioral trait used to recognize the identity or verify the claim identity of an applicant. All right. So what is the digital? Now it's going to be digital identity, where you're going to have to authenticate who you are. You say who, so they can show who you say you are, right? Yeah. And you got the fingerprints, the facial recognition, the handprints, all that. Here goes. Biometrics are body measurements and calculations related to human characteristics and features. Biometric authentication is used in computer science as a form of identification and access control. It is also used to identify individuals and groups that are under surveillance. So you're under surveillance all day long. So what's going to be the ultimate biometric device? It ain't going to be fingerprints. It ain't going to be your face. It's going to be, here's an article, futuresplatform.com, human biometric microchipping. There you go. What is the future? And it doesn't say the year, it says May 18th, so it's clearly old. What is the future of biometric identification? There it is. That's the ultimate biometrics right there in you. All right, because your fingerprints could get burned. You can have facial reconstruction. You might get into a car accident, your face gets changed, right? You can put a mask on, but you won't be able to get around this, meaning you won't be able to partake in society if you don't have this digital authentication, which all your information will be stored in this or on the cloud, whatever. But this is going to be scannable. It's RFID. They use it every day at the stores. Hell, you use it on your phone. Okay. You use it with your smart cards, a credit card, whatever. NFC, RFID, it's all the same BS. Okay. It says many years ago in movies, we used to see someone have their eye scanned to enter a vault or put their fingerprint on a pad to open a futuristic door. With these once futuristic biometric technologies have now started to work their way into everyday lives. Are microchips next? And the answer is yes, because that's the mark of the beast. Okay. I wish I could see what year this was in, but it just says May. But anyway, human biometric microchipping, and this is the mark of the beast, whether you want to believe it or not. Since now Apple has even moved past fingerprint identification and opted for facial recognition as the means to unlock their newest phones. Yeah, but they're going to move even further past that, and it's going to be digital identification. How are you going to prove that digital identification? Well, you're going to ultimately, have to have this chip in you. And they're going to say you're a terrorist if you don't want to take it. You're going to start beheading people, as the scriptures say. But we know the outcome of taking that chip is nuclear destruction, front row seat. It says the speed of which these technologies are being created, improved, and even obsolete is exponentially increasing to a pace which we have never seen before. Yeah, because the devil had but a short time. Okay, the devil's speed. What Trump called it, Operation Warp Speed. I'm sure if you read through all them documents, because they have probably 1,010 pages on there, you'll find something about this information. What was I going to get? Revelation 12. Was it 12? 12 and 11, I think. Because it said, hold on. Nope. 12 and 12. Because it said, it's exponentially increasing to a pace which we have never seen before. Yeah, because they're getting close to the end of their kingdom. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, all right, the beast is another name for him. The beast, the devil, Satan, that old serpent, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This devil is expediting his agenda, his devices, his enterprise, okay, his plots, his schemes. It say, so that raises the questions: what is next? Well, it could be biometric microchips. See, that's going to be the ultimate biometrics. Not your thumb, all right, your fingerprint. It says, have you ever run out of the house in a rush to only minutes or hours later you have left your wallet, keys, tickets, or any other particulars at your home? Because I have on almost a depressingly frequent basis. Yeah, because he's a moron, typical American. But for a small group in Sweden who have taken part of the pilot project, there is no longer a problem. So again, they're going to push it with convenience. You don't have to worry about none of this. All right, that's the deception of the devil for you. It says these microchips, since 2015, roughly 3,000 people in Sweden have had microchips inserted under their skin. These biometric chips have gone on to replace their gym membership cards, office key cards, train passes, and many other daily use identification cards, with the era of contactless payments starting to take off, and some are even using it for payment processing. And again, this was again expedited during the C-19. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So what does the technology look like? Well, the MCs are small cylindrical tubes that are no bigger than the average grain of rice. The chip is generally implanted with the needle, which is the Koroks. Okay, the Koroks. The method of delivery, and then we're going to get to that commentary, but he even breaks that down. Go to Karagma, which is the cylinder. What do you say? The small cylindrical tube that is no bigger than the average grain of rice. That's the microchip, aka the Karagma. All right, Karagma, however you want to pronounce it. And then what do you say? The chip is generally implanted with a needle. That is the Koroks. All right, sharpened to a point akin through the idea of scratching. All right, in other words, to make a slight tear in your flesh. That's what scratch means. If you go into it in the etymology. Okay. With the needle on the back of the hand and between the thumb and the pointer finger, and it is done rather painlessly. Right there. So if the pilot project is being viewed as a success, what is holding this type of biometric identification back? Well, because they had to unroll it and set up the infrastructure and get people on board. They got to make the crisis or the chaos so they can bring in the order. Well, the biggest hurdle for most is privacy. You don't have no privacy. That's a joke. There is just something unsettling about having a readable chip holding our most personal information that can be scanned and tracked. Yeah, well, you're not going to have Esau's going to make it. You're not going to have a choice. You either take it or starve to death. But the elect, the ones that believe and keep the faith in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, they're not going to take it, and they're going to be delivered ultimately. All right. And if you get put to death for not taking this, then so be it. You'll be one of the first risen. It says, and just because you take this, don't what you think that Esau going to give you food once you take a chip? The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. In an era where a lot of our wallets and purses are being lined with RFID blocking materials, from blocking passerby scammers to skimming our cards and information, that raises some privacy concerns. Again, convenience, nothing, they're going to push that convenience, make it hard to sell. Let's see what else. Third disadvantage is all right, whatever. They're not going to care about no goddamn disadvantages. When the average American figures out that he can't eat without this, they're gonna figure out that they're not gonna care about the disadvantages. The average American can't go 2 hours without eating. An hour. All right, that's pretty much it. And finally, there are some health risks, such as infection, body migration, where the chip would move within the body from its original and intended spot. Ooh, infection. Let's get that. Let's get it. In Revelation 16. Let's see what the infection is talking about here. Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So, come on, man. They're telling you that these microchips are going to give you a possible infection, and the Bible's telling you that them that get the mark of the beast is going to get a grievous sore. And ultimately, you're going to eat a missile. That's going to be the last sore. Where is it? Grievous sore. Helkos. A wound producing a discharge pus. That's an infection, a cancer, a sore, an ulcer. Come on, man. If you can't get it, then you through. If you can't see this, you're finished. So then, blah, blah, blah. It does give some shivering thoughts of Orwell's 1984 idea of Big Brother, but there might just be a place for it in our future. And he's absolutely right. There is a place for it in the future. It's in Revelation 13, 16, verse 17. But the elect won't take it. All right. So that's it on that one. Let's go to the commentary now. Let's see what Mr. Joe Brown has to say. And he's on point. We got to give him that. Got to give the credit where the credit's due. Let's see what he says. He caused all both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand. And he breaks it down. He goes into charagma, a thin carved, sculpture, graven work. So he's a studious man. Karax, you sharpen a point through the idea of scratching. And what does he say? This sounds a lot like a hypodermic needle piercing the skin. I would love to see when this was written, because he might just have been watching the Apostles. Like, it doesn't give us a date, but a hypodermic needle, again, that's the Karax. We went into it earlier. It says, if you remember last week, because there's two parts, he got two parts on the commentary here. Mr. Joe Brown, he got the first one, which doesn't really give too much information on the mark, but this one is the second one if you want to check it out yourself. It says, if you remember, last week we pointed out that the number 666 had a name, and that name was Shy Size Stigma. Come on, man, you got to be watching this. Stigmata, stigma, from stisio, stick, prick, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. One of Webster's dictionary definitions calls stigma a small spot, scar, or opening on a plant or animal. In the readout of this microchip, ain't no microchip, it's June. Well, I just brought it out. The ultimate biometrics is going to be a microchip. It says, let me, maybe just in case you're just tuning in, I'll put it back on the screen. And Lord's will, when I'm done here, I'm gonna put all these articles I'm gonna bring out on the description box, so you can check it out later on. Again, human biometric microchipping. Is it the future of biometric identification? And yes, the answer is yes. All right. In the readout of this microchip, there were 9 levels of information that designers wanted included. And again, what is these information going to be? How is the information going to be on this? the mark, right? Which we've already established is the microchip. The Corox, which we've already established, is the hypodermic needle. Okay, and then the ultimate, or not the ultimate, but the next step is going to be the information, the digital identification that is currently and more. That's just one thing about it. He's gonna go into it a little bit of it. Hold on, let me get another article real quick. Digital ID. We started with that first article about digital IDs. Here's another one. Let me go here first. The Corox, the Grapho. This is going to be the information that's written into that chip. That's going to be accessible at a scan to write, to delineate letters. So this is the information being written into their coding, if you will. Wallets, mobile driver's license, MDL, biometrics, and what we already established what the ultimate biometric is, combined to offer a new paradigm for ID and payments. It's all going to be tied together. Digital ID, digital payments, digital wallets, digital information, a digital frontier, in other words. A host of speakers at the event are exploring the most likely place for digital ID and payments to converge, the digital wallet. And what do you keep in your wallet? What are wallets made for? How about that? Look it up. And what are you gonna need? You're gonna need to be verifiable. You're gonna need verifiable credentials. Okay, authenticated digitally. Let's see what else they say. Bringing the utility of payments, buying and selling, to the digital identity space. Come on, man. We already started with the article on Visa at the beginning. The company is launching the Visa Issuing Authority Authenticator, which will allow a relying party to digitally authenticate the government authority that issued the digital identity credential. You got digital identity. You're gonna have digital CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Come on, man. The NFC chip. And that NFC chip will be your new biometrics. And it's going to include inside of that, or digitally in there, your digital ID and your payments. Continue to intermingle. Biometric authentication, a linchpin for secure digital credentials. A linchpin is like something that holds the axle together, the holds everything together, if you will. Okay, so the biometric device that's going to authenticate who you are through your digital ID and so on and so forth is going to be the linchpin for the secure digital credentials that's going to tie in the digital ID with the digital payments and digital wallet. So you can search the web for, you should understand what a linchpin is. A person or thing vital to an enterprise or organization. A pin passed through the end of an axle to keep a wheel in position. So it holds things together, a linchpin. And that linchpin is going to be the mark of the beast. All right, let's go back to the article. The commentary. It says there were 9 levels of information that designers wanted to include into the scannable chip. All right, your name and an image of or picture of you. They also wanted your social security with extra international digits. A fingerprint identification was also to be included. Physical description, family history, address, criminal record, occupation, income tax, and your money. Your digital ID, which pretty much covers all of this stuff. All right. And then your criminal record, your occupation, your tax information. All right. And your money. Your digital, see, he doesn't mention digital money, but that's what it is. That's where the world's headed. Maybe it's not a maybe. It's happening in real time. Digital currencies, digital money, digital wallets, digital ID. There's another one. Visa advocates for transformational power of digital identity and payments. It was not a maybe it's going to happen or when it's going to. It's happening. And the next step to come down the pipeline is going to be the mandatory implementation of this chip. All right. Or you're not going to be able to partake in society. Simple as that. But the elect are going to stay strong. All right. Has exactly that, an express image of its recipient. Recently, under the new healthcare program, they are talking about the womb to tomb positive identification. See, so I'm not sure how long ago this was because he's referencing some old stuff here, but there are bills before Congress right now and others that have been passed that would allow a microchip of identification to be injected into your child at the time of birth. Now, it was also passed under what was it? Damn, can't remember. It was passed as a medical device by the FDA. Okay, back in like 2002, something like that. Look it up. It says the president was given this authority and control under the Immigration Control Act, Section 100 in 1986. So this has been in the works for a long time, and now they have the infrastructure set up to finally mandate it. When the chaos comes and people are searching for peace and safety, okay, because that's what they're going to use. They're going to use the chaos to push this and the violence that's coming down the pipeline, the death and destruction that's going to be all around you. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Yeah, people are going to be begging for a solution, and the devil himself was going to come and tell you he got the way out. And then he even goes into Revelation 16. So when about the sword or the noise and pestilence or the grievous sword, says the microchip is powered by a tiny lithium battery. The charging system operates by your BTUs. Let's see, the data returns said too good. Yeah, well, and it's also works off of RFID. And what is that? That's a frequency. All right. There's a reason when you go get an X-ray. All right. And what is an X-ray? It's a frequency. All right. So just like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, RFID, NFC, those are frequencies. There's a reason the doctor gets out the room when you get an X-ray or MRI, which are frequencies. There's a reason they get out of the room because they know it's damaging and hurtful. Okay. So there you go, man. These chips are not secret. It ain't it ain't gonna be a secret when there's chipping stations. So that's the point that I wanted to bring out. Really. Okay, let me see banking. Let's see what he says. It says we're moving from credit cards to debit cards to the smart cards. Yep. So this got to be old then, because that was in early 2000s. Smart cards is what you have now. A credit card, a debit card with a chip in it. Says our current presidency has mentioned several times that this was a terrible waste to have so many cards when it could all be done with one card. And that's even a bigger waste. So now they're going to put it in you. People with cash simply wait in line. You see the electronic transfer is immediate, and the merchant gets his money without having to go to the bank and make the pot. Oh, so now it's even quicker. Contactless payment. So this must have been before contactless payments that he wrote this. You will soon see many commercials encouraging people to minimize their plastic and consolidate into one card. Yeah, save the earth. Green initiative. It is very probable that this process will go from the smart card to the personal implant chip. And that's where we're at. We're right there. It will be so convenient, fast, and cannot be ripped off. It is important to note that when President Clinton was asked about the microchip, his answer was, of course, I'm for it. I got to find that quote from Clinton. I'm going to look for that. Many people become aware of the New World Order through the Bush administration, but I want you to take out a dollar bill. Okay, he's going to go into things that this guy probably watched us, man. Probably ran into the apostles years ago. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much the point. Then I just wanted to bring those articles out in the commentary. Hey, the proof is in the pudding. It's becoming clearer and clearer every day, and very soon, when chaos erupts, Esau's going to cram this down people's throats. So, hey, take heed and prepare, because the hour will end off on that. All right, because the time is coming when you're gonna have to prove your faith. All right, you're gonna be tested. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is coming. It's coming. It's quickly approaching. All right. Take a look around. Do some investigating of what's going on in the world. You know, with this digital system. All right, the digital economy, digital ID, digital wallets, digital this, digital that. Hey, so with that, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.